Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well and studies are going in full swing. So just a week before your exams and your preparations just don't seem to end. So maybe a lot of you would have planned to give 6, 7 days and so for FR. However, your other stuff just does not get over. So sir, how many days should we allocate for FR? Is it okay if we allocate 3 or 4 days? And if not, how many days should we give? Secondly, what is the sequence and hour-wise allocation of the topics that we should ideally do? Again, this can be customized based on your requirements. And do we need to do more RTPs, exam questions, MTPs now, or should we stick to our material that we have studied in our earlier revisions? These are the three important points that I want you to kind of focus on. So we'll keep it crisp, quick, and relevant. The study plan over here, we'll share it on our Telegram channel as well, and you can access it from there. So first of all, how many days should you allocate? Well, anywhere between 7 to maybe around 4 days. If I were you, I would give at least 6 days for your financial reporting, and that is clean 6 days excluding my exam day. So ideally, we would prefer to start on 26th of April. If you have some buffer time built in, starting on 25th is also best, but going beyond that is just kind of making your opening batsmen and setting them a very high target. So ideally, what I would strongly recommend is giving at least 6 days. If it does not work out, then 5 days, but don't go into the 4 and 3 days. But if you have no choice, I'm also giving you the study plan and sequence for 4 days, but anything less than that is not at all advisable. Okay. So let us assume you go for 6 days and this is your ideal study plan. Again, the more the merrier, but at least 6 is what I think is ideally needed. Considering the fact that it is your first paper, you are a bit nervous and this is a bigger paper. So even with 6 days, you will be able to comprehensively prepare for this and go into your exam hall. And if your first paper goes well, it sets the tone for your other papers as well. So that is point number 1. Point number 2, well, you decide whatever is your number of days, maybe 6, maybe 5, maybe 7, whatever it is. What is the sequence that you should start with? In my opinion, you should always start with topics like share-based payment and financial instruments, because financial instruments you want to get done with it earlier. You don't want to keep it at the end where you just scrape through it. You try to get done with this earlier. So you start with share-based payment and financial instruments. Then you go to all the asset-based standards. So first is, I think, SBP and financial instruments. Second, you go to all the asset-based standards. There would be at least 8 to 9 standards over there, including leases, which will get done. So these are all related and hence you would do that. After that, we pick up business combination and consolidation. We don't wait it for the end. Even when you're doing business combination and consolidation, ensure that you solve at least 2 big questions of business combination and consolidation, which are the important ones. We have shared the important last day revision questions as well on pen and paper, so that the flow of solving, you might know everything, but if you're unable to do that in the available time, you're going to face a lot of difficulty. So solve 2 big questions of business combination, 2 big questions of consolidation on pen and paper to get a much more better grip. For other things, you can kind of review. You don't need to solve things on pen and paper now, but which are process driven, where there is a flow of working notes, etc. It is advisable you do the same. So you go to business combination and consolidation. Next, you will go to revenue, that is 115, and other important indices. When I look at important indices, this is like deferred taxes, foreign exchange, employee benefits, etc., EPS. All of these are those important odd indices that you would do. So by now you have covered all the important tier 1 category topics, and then you look at the 5th and the final thing, where you look at all other indices which are either in the tier 2 category or in the tier 3 category of importance, like index 1, 8, 10, something like this, so that your theory topics like technology, ethics, conceptual framework, etc. So over here, what you have is a bit of leeway, I would say, where if you have to compress your time and just glance through stuff, you should be able to do that. Well, if I tell you to do that for a business combination and financial instruments, well, that will become a lot more problematic. And hence, this is what you can kind of focus on. The last day on 2nd of May before your exam, I've kept it as a buffer day and a quick recap. You can actually review our older videos as well, the older marathons as well. This time around, there is some issue, and hence I would it would be difficult for me to do the marathon right now, but I've shared the super 149 questions. There would be important questions. There would be all your revision videos. The playlist is available. Everything will be shared, has been shared, and I will try to share it again on Telegram. So all the resources will be there with you, and you can go and cover that. So this is regarding the sequence of solving that you should ideally do. And over here, if possible, at least try to cover all the important questions. If you have limited time, if you can, just again, in these bigger topics like financial instruments, consolidation, business combination, revenue, leases, these bigger topics which have close to 80, 90 questions on an average, 70 questions. In these questions, the theory questions are relatively less important and the numerical ones are more important. So when you're focusing your revision energy, just focus on the numerical ones for these at a lot more detail and just glancing through the other questions. That is what you need to kind of focus on. And in terms of resources, point number 3, whatever you have stuck to in your earlier revisions is your holy grail. This is what you have to stick through in your last day. You don't want to pick up new things. You don't want to revise new things which you have not done. Stick to the exact material because that helps you in your photographic memory. It helps you in better retention. It gives you those positive vibes, confidence, etc. Focus on doing stuff the way you have done. Someone is telling you to do something somehow. Don't really, just focus on the things that you have focused and done properly. Ensure that you kind of keep yourself positively motivated during this time frame and let this be a good stepping stone into your exams. When you're even preparing for your exams, remember that you have to complete it in the allocated time. So ensure that you don't really go into that flow of writing answers in a way that you don't have enough time. So ensure that you time yourself properly for MCQs. If you have done some MCQ material earlier, well and good. If not, there's absolutely no problem. You must have heard about multiple rankers telling you that they've not done something separately for MCQ, as long as their core content is good, and that will hold true for you as well. So when you're preparing, prepare for the worst. Be prepared that even if there's a difficult paper, you will be able to address it. And when you're writing the paper, have confidence on yourself. If it is difficult for you, it is difficult for everyone else as well. And the institute, as we have seen in multiple other cases, kind of moderates the marks as well. Have faith on yourself. Have faith on your preparations. Don't let the noise around you kind of put you down in any way. Whatever is done is done. What you have in front of you is the most crucial, maybe 2 to 3 weeks of your entire preparation journey, and let's make the most out of it. No matter how much you have worked or not worked on your net practice, does not matter. If you can fire on the match day, and I'm sure you will. Wish you all the very best and all the good luck and good wishes with you. Study hard, study well, and we'll meet again. But all good wishes for you for a very good preparation. Promise me that you will study well, and promise yourself that you will come back over here after all the exams are done and kind of be happy that you gave your best and you got the best in return. Okay. Good luck. God bless and good wishes for you.